Shalom, it's Selfie Carats. All right, so this is gonna be for water and earth signs. This is gonna be your next 7. Basically, this is gonna be kind of the energy read for the week. So I'm gonna be talking about strength, weakness, and advice. Just kind of how I used to do on my Facebook, but and then I'm going to be doing a masculine, 2 cards for the masculine, 2 cards for the feminine, okay? I will reiterate that every single time I come over here because it's a new segment to my YouTube series on Monday. Just to kind of crank out some information, but also just crank out more of what I feel, because I always feel it, but I never really say it, so I kind of sometimes feel like overloaded, you know? And I want to feel light and easy, but I also did download a lot of information this week. Leading at the bottom of the deck for your masculine and feminine is going to be the Ace of Chalices. So again, like I told you, I felt it. All right, we got the Ace of Clubs, okay? So there's a strong form of communication that is going to be offered, okay? Some clarity that is going to be guaranteed, okay? Clarity guaranteed. You guys can go cross-watch Air and Fire, as well as I am doing now video personal readings where you guys can do a like kind of face-to-face Google Hangouts, Skype, FaceTime type thing. I don't have Skype, but that Google Hangouts and FaceTime conversation, okay? So you guys can check the booking link below, and yeah, let's start talking to each other so you guys can have like a more of a personal, like one-on-one conversation with me. But that's my spiel. You guys can go also watch Money and Love and What You Need over a general reading. It's like a collective reading for everybody. But yeah, all right, so let's get started. Okay, so your strength and your weakness and your advice, okay? So your strength is the Ace of, okay, so we have the North Node card, okay? I had adopted that from Astro Queen. She called the Ace of Pentacles, really her North Node card, but I call any ace a North Node offering, okay? So kind of an offering to what you know, but also what you need to be doing or what you need to be moving forward to, okay? So this is one that's going to be having more of a progressive action, okay? So this is kind of like a form of communication being offered, but now this is going to be a form of action offer, okay? So your strength is either you can offer a great action to someone, or someone's going to offer a great action to you, and you're going to be well received, okay? And then we have as a strength, or as a weakness, we have the 7, okay? The 7 of Hearts, meaning placing your basket where you love. Placing your basket where you love, okay? Placing, and also not even just that, but also kind of putting your eggs in multiple baskets that, you know, that, okay, it's kind of like dating and being satisfied with what you were offered via the dating pool, and really you kind of can narrow that thing that you know to be true, which would be this heart, okay? And even if you got rid of 2 of them that were literally just wasting your time from the beginning, you know, you can kind of see their intentions clear, and this is kind of where you want to be. That's a weakness when you can't see their intentions clear, okay? You got a weakness to not eliminate people where you know where their intentions are not, or even like doing projects, you know, where your intention is not going to be heavily demonstrated there, okay? Okay, so wherever these 2 got to go, just kind of focus on the 5, or the 5 primary personal relationships. Just kind of I'm not gonna say piggying back off of what Aubrey offered in his I forgot what it was for, but he did created a statement that said, you know, this is the time to really nurture, seeing the silver lining and nurturing the relationships that are close to you and personal to you, okay? And kind of creating that and kind of upping the intimacy that you have with what your service, or, you know, who you are as a provider, okay? Everyone has a form of provision, okay? And then you have to just kind of like sorry, I apologize about that. Did not know that was going to come out of somebody's throat. But anyway, we have as an advice the Jack of Hearts, okay? The Jack of Diamonds, which would be kind of just, again, that's kind of like the page. So the Jack of Diamonds is that sun, okay? It's kind of that sun of offering, okay? So again, it's almost saying the advice would be, when we get rid of these 2, you will see how much increased value you'll get from these other people, okay? And even the intimacy that I'm offering now via face readings, you know, I still offer typings, but that's just not like the primary focus, okay? Especially because I do more video, you know, content that you can probably find your answer in then. But if you wanted something personal with me, then let's talk, okay? But yeah, okay, so let's talk about the masculine and feminine via your masculine and feminine. And then also the masculine could be what the masculine could be offering you, okay? So you can always look at it like that if I don't post a question via when I pull the cards for you. And then the feminine will be offering, oh, okay, so the feminine We still got love though. So, and it's like, again, there's a silver lining in the love, okay? So then we have the 9 of Wands, okay? So that is that burden, okay? I actually want to do a clarification. Oh, never mind, it's fine. That is that burden of, okay? That burden of being the man who has to be, being the man in demand. Being the man in demand is a burden, okay? Even the woman in the van, okay? See, if you were more of a masculine woman, like say if, you know, you were a masculine sign, you would be the, you know, it would burden you to be the man in demand, okay? Or even demanding, or even those who demand more from you during the times where you are physically supposed to be responsible for something, okay? Meaning that's a tangible, like a job, okay? So you have to consider, you know, does that overexert you when you will need rest? Does that overexert you when you will need rest, okay? Will that overexert you when you need rest? And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is also kind of like, okay, the reward of the masculine, okay? Reward of the load. So because people attract you because you are shiny and new, and you offer this, okay? The masculine, you will be like, oh, I offer this, so this is what this brings. But people don't know that I'm really sick in the head, you know what I mean? Or, you know, not even like that, but like just right, like really sick by giving so much energy, okay? Although I stand strong, I'm still, you know, I'm still spiritually sick in some areas. So that's where that 7, that weakness kind of really brings up the, you know, what needs to be let go so you can balance on the 5, or bring balance to the, even if you remove if you remove these and just focus on, you know, this one, you know, that Ace of Chalice, that ace, that would be the ace ultimately, you know, 1. So, but numbers of 7 is a number of perfection. So you will see those 2 areas of where you know, are spiritually sick at. The people that you, yeah, there's a spiritual illness that does spread via having too many bodies around you, that only leads poison into your skin, okay? That have conversation of poison. Say, you know, and I feel like it's not important to really state the goals that you have to people, but it's also, if they're intimate relationships, it's important to state the needs that you have for yourself to achieve, okay? And then when it's poisonous, it also brings in more of what you said that you didn't want to say. Like, I feel like that is a responsible relationship where you can say, hey, this is the support that I need, and maybe not, you know, I'm not asking you to take the responsibility of my being, but this is the support I need via this, and this, because this, and this will be offered of me, okay? Or I'm offering this of myself, or I'm trying to seek this offering from myself, or seek this form of communication from, you know, my family, my people that I consider intimate, and, you know, my humans, okay? So then on a feminine side, this is where you will be balancing out that 7 and 7. So we got the 7 of Swords. So someone is bringing that mental confliction via the weakness, okay? And only just to match it. So now you come to a place where you have really kind of put your eggs in one basket, in a sense, because we have it's a number of perfection. So you have already mastered, okay, so these people have shown me who I am, what I need, and what I lack. Who I am, what I need, and what I lack. Okay, so these people have offered me. Would you guys feel? I feel like my glasses glare when I look directly at you. But these are the people who will offer you what you need, what you have, and what you don't, you know, what you lack. Okay, and there's really no lack. There's just a replace of that needs to be removed for the replacement. Okay. So we have the King of Chalices in reverse, okay? So because you have the King of Chalices in reverse, but you have the 10 of Pentacles being your exterior, because this is the ghost, you know? This is the ghost. This is the woman that is hiding behind the man, okay? As he court, you know, people with probably baby mamas and, you know, all that extra. This is who he courts. This is who you court. But, you know, this is the shadow of what you want. Okay, so that shadow side is going to come out, especially if multiple people are in the picture for you, and you know, you haven't really identified, but you know she's in your tree. You know this woman is going to grow your family tree, okay? But you have to still stand here and see what she was going to offer you to be able to bring back to the family tree, okay? Because don't think that, you know, every person that you meet literally offers you something, whether it be a reflection or a direction, okay? They offer you something, whether it be a reflection or a direction. Okay. So we know the bottom energy love is here, but we also got the 7 of Chalices one more again. Okay. So that's saying as many things as you put your attention on, as many directions that somebody can take you, or many reflections that somebody can give you. Okay. With that temperance. So that's that pause that is going to be granted after you have received all this love, because Ace of Chalices can still be an abundance of love, but it all can be an abundance of love from people who also don't have abundance of love for themselves. And even if you did find all the bad bees or all the finest men who wealthy, etc., who had that, they also have a very high standard about themselves that are going to require soul attention, okay? So that temperance. And then again, that soul attention is going to be what they feel they don't have, because even if they are a bad bee on their own, they're not getting it all from you. So that's where you make them feel insignificant in the picture, okay? So just to go deeper into the story, okay? Okay, so then we have that temperance, which is what that was going to bring you to a halt or a pause or a patient pace with people, okay? A patient pace with them intimacies, okay? How can what I get you on Monday, you get me on Tuesday, I'm important on Wednesday, you important on Thursday, oh, you gonna call me on Friday, or we gonna talk on we gonna talk on Saturday, or do you get 2 Saturdays and Sundays? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think about how do you really influentially plan to even be an impact on these people's life, because impressions are impressions, and the impression that you leave somebody is somebody that's gonna be leaving you the same impression, future or now, okay? Like future terms or later terms or now terms, okay? And then we got the King of Chalices. So really in the masculine sense, this is where because this person is seeing the reflection of all these men's direction, even if this was a woman who was dating multiple lovers, okay? This is where this person would see the strength and reflection of themselves, okay? And then they would say, oh, I'm spreading myself thin when it comes to love. I'm spreading myself thin when it comes to love, especially when I'm not directing it, okay? Because the King of Chalices have direct energy. The King of Chalices in reverse doesn't have direct energy, or is not receiving direct energy from a masculine figure, okay? It's like, I know all these men are present, but I'm not receiving or accepting a direct energy from, okay? Okay, so that clarity will be offered this week, okay? That clarity of who's going to bring you a full fulfillment of 10. The 10 and the 10 is here, but it has to be communicated. It has to be communicated. Communication is probably one of the key things that I would say is going to be important to bring forth action that you want, but also bring forth that ace of hearts that is hidden inside the sevens, okay? That is hidden. Okay, you can have 7 great lovers or 7 great lovers. But that one lover you're gonna have, you're gonna be able to help mold. It's gonna be molded to your. I'm just gonna say it nastily. It's gonna be molded to your penis, okay? Molded to your vagina, okay? You'll know because it's a perfect fit, but it's also a fit that you have to imagine spiritually first, okay? It's a fit of spiritual, okay? It's a spiritual fit, but also if it's a spiritual fit, it's also a vaginal fit. Okay, and then when it's a vaginal fit, it is an emotional fit. Okay, so like the language, like the Junos match. You know, there's an expectation for both parties to be like that with each other. Okay, there's like this. Okay, some people are distant, some people are close, some people are, you know, absent, some people are, you know, like proximity. You know, you'll start really seeing who really fits when you identify who fits that mold, okay? Every hand claps, okay? I don't think there's not one, unless you have nubs, there's not, and even if you do, you still can, this can clap, okay? And not to be, you know, insensitive to anyone's in handicaptivities, I think that's the word, you know, anybody handicaps, but just that statement is the most true statement. Unless you don't have hands at all, you know, then maybe your toes clap together, okay? But there's always going to be a fit that happens that goes like this, okay? You can go like this with your hands. Do this with me. Do this with me. Clap your hands. Now I clap. Everybody can give you a clap. Everybody can give you a high five. We all know the hand differences. But when you can go like this and it fits, that means that it's a spiritual fit, okay? All right, shalom. I see you gators. I see you gators later. And then also, yeah, just think about what you need to think about. There we go. That's what you want to know. We're gonna ask that later. I'll talk to you later before she starts talking too more louder. Ciao.